Kristi Noem is out as the Department of Homeland Security Secretary. Trump may say this is not necessarily about her performance. It's more about uplifting Mark Wayne Mullen to that role. But there's a whole lot more to this story. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Kristi Noem being fired as the Department of Homeland Security Secretary by President Trump. Now, as I said from the beginning, Trump may say she did a great job on the border, great job with immigration, great job with the migrant crisis, but there's much more to this story. And before I go any further, I want to say I like Kristi Noem. I like her. I defended her with the whole dog situation. I like Kristi Noem. But this whole situation is a prime example of why women have no place in leadership. And don't call me a misogynist. Don't call me whatever the word is of the day, because mostly women agree with me. Women tell me this. They say, you know what? I don't want a female president. I don't want a woman in charge because things like this can't happen. And when I say things like this, I mean Corey Lewandowski. That's what happened. That is the whole problem, because there's an issue with $200 million that was spent for an ad campaign featuring her, wasteful spending. That goes right back to Corey Lewandowski. There's a straight line from that money to Corey Lewandowski. There's also a private plane, $70 million. Again, a straight line right back to Corey Lewandowski. They said the plane was for deported migrants. Meanwhile, when you look at the plane, it's like a love boat in the air. And before I go any further, let's get to the first clip here. This will be about Corey Lewandowski, and Kristi Noem will be asked, hey, have you guys had relations? And of course, everything I'm talking about, everything I'm showing will be in the description box if you want to see it and hear it without my commentary. If you're on IG, Facebook, etc., visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
So, Secretary Noem, at any time during your tenure as Director of Department of Homeland Security, have you had sexual relations with Corey Lewandowski?
Mr. Chairman, I am shocked that we're going down and peddling tabloid garbage in this committee today.
Reclaiming
and
my
ma'am,
time.
one thing that I would tell you is that he is a special government employee who works for the White House. There are thousands of them in the federal government.
So reclaiming
and
my
is an
time,
advisor,
Secretary, it is
has
okay for
no,
you to be
no
offended
authority
by
to
the
be
question.
making any
It is
decisions.
okay for you to
has
be
no
offended
authority
by the
to
question.
be making
but it
decisions
is also
and
a
putting
real
up your
question.
position. So what I would say
and
to
you should be able to
is
answer
that
the
what
question
we do at the Department of Homeland Security every single
and without
day,
any hesitation,
every single day is to protect
if
this
someone
country
is
and
asking
to make
if
decisions.
you or any federal official is sleeping with their subordinate, that should be the easiest. You should be wanting to answer that question.
Is garbage?
Because it is not about
It is
your sex
offensive
life.
that you have brought
It is
that up.
about your
So
judgment.
that kind of garbage
It is
has
about
been refuted
reclaiming
for
my
years,
time so
and
that
you
I
need
can
to
hear myself.
recognize-
This was dumpster fire, a dumpster fire. Look, if you ask someone a question and rather than just saying yes or no, they want to bring up something else. They want to try to, oh, well, that's a disgusting question. How could you? They're lying. Kristi Noem, you are a liar. Just say no. And as a matter of fact, the lady is correct. If you are in a role of leadership and you're asked that question by the subordinate, you should want to deny that to the cows come home, because that points to your judgment. And if you say yes, then the $200 million and the private plane, it all makes sense. But you know what? You don't have to say yes to say yes. You said yes without actually saying it. This was embarrassing, totally embarrassing. Now let's keep on going here. And the rumors of them have been around for a long time. This is a tweet from 2023. And I think I read that there are rumors of them having some kind of romance go back to 2020. Okay. Now, of course, they're both married, not to each other, obviously. Kristi Noem's been married for 36 years, I believe. And he's been married for 21 years. Okay. So that's that. Now, let's keep on going here. And you can see this is New York Post. The headline, Noem's answer on sexual relations with Lewandowski was final straw for Trump, sources say. Now, again, you probably won't hear Trump say that publicly, but a source is saying it, okay? Okay, a source. It could be Trump with a disguise on saying it through the media, so they don't got to say it directly and embarrass her, because Kristi Noem, I think, is a great person, and she did good in her job. but she got Corey Lewandowski in her ear, making her do things that she shouldn't do. Now, I'm not giving her an excuse. But again, this is why women should not be in leadership, because things like this are bound to happen. Okay. And by the way, her husband, 34 years, they were married. Her husband, Byron Noem, was actually at that particular event that she was at that briefing, at the questioning, whatever that was. So imagine his disgust when he's hearing his wife hemming and hawing about her question about having an affair, cheating on him. Imagine how he feels. Anyway, so this ain't the first time that Corey has done this. Corey Lewandowski is a known pest and a known troll. I don't know why he's still allowed anywhere near any Republican conservative. And I'm sure when she appointed him as a so-called special employee, quote unquote unpaid employee, I'm sure when that happened, that was some red flags raised, because everybody knows about the affair. Everybody knows that was going on in DC. If I know it, and if I've been knowing it for a while, if I've been hearing about that, then they most certainly know. Okay. You're going to be the DHS secretary and we don't know about your sexual history. Please be serious. But he's done this before. Remember Hope Hicks? Well, she had somebody else too, Rob Porter, but Corey Lewandowski was with Hope Hicks. Now, Hope Hicks was in the first Trump White House as the communications director, or was it the press secretary? Communications director, Hope Hicks. Okay. He had her too. This is a pattern that he does. Now, I don't know why he was with Hope Hicks, allegedly, but I think I know why he was with Kristi Noem. Here is the jet. See, look, Noem demands DHS buy $70 million jet for deportations. Let's look at this so-called deportation jet, shall we?
Welcome aboard the VVIP 737-8 MAX jet. Let's go into the hallway here. We're going to do this together, guys. Paneling's quite nice. This is, I think, maybe a powder room on the left-hand side that the secretary may use. Somebody said there are bidets on board. I don't know if you flip up the toilet seat there, that's a bidet or just a toilet seat, but nice looking either way. And I don't know if it's real wood or laminate or whatever, but pretty fancy looking. This is the kitchen, the galley kitchen. When you go in here, perfect stainless steel appliances. Are those mixed nuts up there? There's a microwave. I don't even have a microwave in my house. I swear to God. 2 fridges. It looks like. Let's go back out into the hallway here and head back towards the back of the plane. Those are all captain's chairs. They look like nice leather. I don't think it's pleather. If there are deportees there, I don't think they're going to be using the wet bar that is in the corner of the aircraft. There's a couple of high stools there that maybe they'll sit on. But these captain's chairs are quite luxurious. When they lay down, I think that they're seating for 18 sleeps. 14 people, if I have this right. Yeah, for $70 million. That's what you get. You also get some of those pillows, which are nice. Those are nice pillows. They got tables there to play cards or have meetings. Nice big TV. Check out the painting on the wall. What does it say? Jet Baby. Okay. Another bathroom. Is this a bidet? No, that's a toilet. But there's a shower. By the way, somebody told me the First Lady plane until recently didn't even have a single shower in it. There's one. What's in this room? Oh, this is bedroom number 1 with a throw blanket and some more nice pillows. I think this is the master bedroom. Welcome to Kristi Noem's bedroom, guys. Didn't ever think that I would say that on national television.
So, Kristi Noem says this was going to be for deportations. Really? It looks like a love boat in the sky. And if it's not, I can't tell. If it's not, I can't tell. Now, let's keep on going here. Let's keep on going. This is from Bloomberg, and I fact-checked this. It's correct. So you can see how the money that is spent on the ad campaign goes right back to Corey Lewandowski. Okay, so look. So the DHS under Kristi Noem approved $143 million contract to Safe America LLC. And this LLC, the address is the home of Michael Elwayne. He's a president of Designated Market Media LLC, which share office space with Strategic Media Services LLC. And by the way, Safe America LLC plays self-deportations ads through the same company. And this company here overlapped on other political ad campaigns with Corey Lewandowski. Okay. And going back to Kristi Noem, she approved, or under her, the DHS approved a $77 million contract to People Who Think LLC, overlap on other political ad campaigns with Corey Lewandowski. So you can see what's going on here, okay? Again, Safe America LLC placed ICE recruitment ads through Smart Media Group LLC, and it all goes back to Corey Lewandowski. So if you ask me, all this money that was spent, the private jet, the whole 9 yards, was as a result of Corey Lewandowski, the so-called unpaid special employee. Okay, you're getting paid quite a bit of money from all these ad campaigns and whatnot you got going on. I think this is his way of being able to make a living, using women in politics. Now, I don't know what kind of secret sauce this guy got. If he's a warlock or something, he could just cast a spell on these women. But something's going on, and it's pretty obvious. Now, as I close, I want to say this. Shout out Kristi Noem. I mean, look, women in leadership is a liability. It is what it is. You might do a fantastic job, a great job, until you don't do a great job, until some bum like Corey Lewandowski come into the picture. Now, a man usually would not do something like that unless you're like a Don Lemon, but a regular, like a masculine man is not going to do something like this. To be taken advantage of by a man playing on an emotional heartstring. I don't think that would be the case, but I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about this whole situation with Kristi Noem, Corey Lewandowski, the private plane, the ad money, all the above? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. Like I said from the beginning, this is exactly why women should not be in leadership. And maybe if they are a leader with limited liability, okay, you're a house rep or something, okay, that's not that big of a deal. But the DHS secretary doing this type of stuff is inexcusable. Not only is it embarrassing, it also jeopardizes the whole DHS. Because what are you doing? Are you stealing money? Are you doing some kind of improper Ilhan Omar type situation? And how are we going to criticize the other side for doing that when we're doing that? So Trump was most certainly right to go ahead and fire her. It is what it is. Had to happen. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.